Recorded live from a not-so-secret suite-level studio.
I'm the capo. He's the prez.
And this is Sons of Ben, the pod. Wow, welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, creatures of all kinds, to what was this hiatus? I mean, we had a hell of a hiatus, but this is episode number Big E, Eric Lindros, Joey Merlino's best friend. This is episode number 88.
I mean, he's, like, not to digress for a second, but he's the reason why I got into hockey. I love Eric Lindros, like, so much. That was the first jersey I ever got. It was just watching him play this sport. When I first went to a hockey game, I didn't understand line changes, so I was confused on why he just wasn't on the ice the entire time. Because I was like, he's obviously the best player.
Well, he was concussed.
Yeah, well, I come from the world of basketball, so I'm like, Iverson plays every minute. What the hell Lindros is on the bench for right now? But I learned.
I think he's the reason I would go to bars in Margate, because he would buy a round for the whole bar when he would come by.
You know what? I appreciate how the Flyers have embraced Jersey Shore culture. It's very nice of them.
If any team would, it would be the Flyers.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, this is episode number 88, Eric Lindros, and we have a new studio. We are coming to you live from Subaru Park. We should have brought Kevin Casey in here. He's probably sleeping right next door. We could have had him, do intros.
No, I honestly believe that you and I should stop doing This is Sons of Ben the Pod and then have Kevin Casey do that, and we'll just loop that.
Yeah, we can't afford
episode. Yeah, we probably can't.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he owes me a favor for his kid kicking my ass in FIFA, so maybe he'll be nice to me.
Well, maybe you should. We'll get to that later. Maybe you should be recruiting his kid for your new role, but we'll get into that. Don't worry. We don't want to bury the lead. So beer the pod, everyone. Support Yard, support 2SP. We are all sipping on the 2SP Up and Out because I went to the brewery on a beer run first, and even our special guest producer Adam Kahn is here sipping a beverage and just enjoying life, seeing how professional this pod is.
Honestly, we that's a peel behind the curtain Wizard of Oz, but we don't have a podcast today without Adam Kahn because we literally were running through half of any place that had broadcasting equipment in Subaru Park looking for one cord because I've had all of the equipment in my apartment since the Panasonic hit. So I've not had the ability to get anything back to anyone. And I'm like, I brought all the equipment. I have 2 soundboards, 4 microphones, 4 windscreens and all that. And they're like, do you have this one cord that is the only thing we actually need to make this podcast happen? And I'm like, no.
Now, not to judge, but is your roommate Snoop Dogg? Because you brought that bag from your house, and I was like, whoo.
Look, man, sometimes you go to a Cypress Hill concert before a podcast. It happens to the best of us.
All right, let's get to the Sons of Ben news. Renew. This season is going to be crazy. So get on sonsofben.com, the Big Cartel site, and you can renew and get back in. The scarves were leaked. They are being produced. We've got the kits coming out. Devin, you want to tell people all the crap we have for tailgates coming up soon? I mean, we got sponsors coming out the wazoo. It's going to be
great.
Epic, except for that first one. That's going to be cold.
Might be a little cold. We got some heaters for that, I think, though. So it's all right.
We did buy propane heaters that are. I got to test a couple of those out. But yeah, we've got those.
I'm going to be 70% in my car for that entire tailgate. I'm just letting you know that ahead of time.
Here's the thing: the way this weather's been, it could be 55 degrees and sunny on that day.
Honestly, no. I feel like it might be 2, Celsius at best.
Well, hey, we do have some sweet Sons of Ben hoodies and those beanie hats, so we'll be fine. All right, big announcement. February 20th, we are bringing back Help Kick Hunger. Finally, we are allowed to hang out with each other in person, and we are bringing back Help Kick Hunger. We're going to be at 2SP February 20th. The Munchie Machine will be providing food. We're going to put the link out probably this week. We're just trying to finalize some pricing, but the ticket will cover at least a beer and definitely an entree, as well as we're going to be getting canned goods for the Bernadine Center. A lot of giveaways. Looked at some of the stuff we had. Pretty cool. And we are working on some special guests. We're just waiting on a little bit of COVID protocol to see. But, and I guess, let me just say, that is the same week that a certain professional sports team is leaking their home kit.
Ooh.
And I've been told by sources that the home kit will make an appearance at Help Kick Hunger.
Look, I'm not going to side-eye our other guest producer, but I haven't seen this kit. And I definitely thought, as I said last year, I had a little more clout than this in this organization. That like I don't even like. I'm not even gonna have. I won't tell anybody, but like y'all can definitely just like y'all have been wasting this model potential this whole time. Like I'm just out here. I'm like 6'2" and beautiful, and y'all just couldn't be like, hey, Adam.
Now, Devin, this is the same guy last year. I got no clout, but when they had the kit release in the stadium, he's doing a tour with all the media. So it's Adam.
I have
Booth,
a little clout.
Jam and Jesse, like Mike Jarrett, all these like local media celebrities. And you know where I was? I was outside on the concourse at a folding table with the Shield, freezing my balls off because it's February, showing people, letting like Jam and Jesse hold up the Shield, and Adam's walking around like, yeah, they gave me a jersey. I think it's an authentic one. That's cool.
Did you decide to wear a hoodie and jeans that day? Like, I could have told you it was going to be cold, my guy. I don't know what to tell you.
I thought it was going to be inside, not on the concourse.
You were out there. That was fun.
Yeah. Thanks, Doug. So glad Doug went to L.A. God damn. But anyhow, yes, Frostbite brought to you by the LAFC head of marketing. Now, speaking of things that we need to have good thoughts and prayers. Good thoughts and prayers, Devin, for the World Cup 2026. www.philadelphia2026.com.
My favorite thing.
We should be hearing words soon, but we're not.
My favorite thing is just watching Matt like go depressed, like go slightly less optimistic for the episode. Where it's just like, all right, guys, let's get ready for the World Cup. Like, for the love of God, everyone get in a prayer circle. If you could all get like your Ouija boards out and your summoning squares, whatever we can get going.
The longer they delay this, the more I'm thinking that this is going to go to Saudi Arabia. They're just going to take it all like, goodbye.
I look at this as like, I've said this maybe 40 times on this podcast. It's just, Philly should get a game on principle. It'd be really weird if they don't. Because again, yes, South Philly is not necessarily the downtown location that FIFA dreams of, but it's better than East Rutherford. It's better than Landover, Maryland. It's better than a lot of these other facilities that they're going to go to just because they're near major metropolitan areas. And I'm just saying, like, look, if you're going to put a game, we all know they're going to put one in MetLife, obviously. They all know they're going to put one in SoFi and all the other ones, obviously.
Well, here's a weird thing. And you say things like, South Philly isn't. Kansas City is probably going to get it because FIFA wants to be in all parts of the country. So the Midwest.
Is it going to Arrowhead?
It'll go to Arrowhead. Which is
Arrowhead's near nothing.
It's the hardest place in the world to get to for a game.
Like, are they going to put one in Foxborough, which is the second hardest place to get to?
We're competing with Foxborough. So that's why we should, our competition is Columbus, Cincinnati, New England, New York, D.C., Baltimore.
Are they going to put it in the Big House? Sorry, the Big House is Michigan. They're going to put it in the Horseshoe?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, what in Columbus is big enough to hold other than that, is big enough to hold a World Cup? Like, anyway, long story short, pray for the city.
Listen, we should get this, but God, the longer they delay this, the more scared I get.
This is classic Philadelphia, just like, they kind of hate us, don't they?
Yeah.
They maybe go at the last second just pull the rug out from under us, won't they?
All right, so if you're listening to this podcast right now and you're hearing this beautiful, crisp, quality sound, we mentioned, we're actually recording live again in a studio, which is actually doubles as a luxury suite in Subaru Park. We're finally live, so that means big things are coming. More guests. We might even have a co-host. We might be breaking and branching out. So this is going to be we might even do some video. It's going to be crazy. So it's upwards and onwards. So we apologize for the long hiatus we had. But so far, so good. And Adam's dancing right now.
We got to get the Sons of Ben Twitch account going. We really got to get this going.
No, look, man. All I'm saying is we don't want you to TikTok. You were the last person we're trying to have dance in. I have Phil do it. He might be a little bit more on beat.
Phil could probably do the Carlton.
Phil can cut a rug.
Or the Charleston. He probably does that.
Phil's actively foxtrotting as we speak. He's the last of the Mohicans.
He's gonna kill your ass when he hears this, and he does listen.
He actually does. He's like I would see him literally at the first tailgate. He'd be like, "What do you mean foxtrot?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh,
I only do the Charleston, you rats."
Right? Oh
Kelly
my
and you?
God.
Oh,
Honestly, if he calls me a rapscallion, y'all need to put that on my.
Put that on
if I get a customized jersey this year, Rapscallion is the name that I need on the back of it this year. No, yeah, we're gonna figure out how many letters that is.
And
That's up there with like Shabilko. It's like one of the longest.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that's how Adam gets his free stuff. He actively politics for it.
Look, if you don't do it, there was a lovely hoodie. We're gonna get into the esports later, but there's a lovely hoodie that one of our competitors was wearing, and I was just like, man, that's a really nice hoodie. And then like Mills was on like the pod, it was like texting me, he's like, so you want that hoodie, right? And I was just like, yes, I do. Let's figure it out.
Oh man, that's taking you behind the curtain again by Adam Booth. How to get free shit. Now, speaking of behind the curtain,
work your ass off.
Devin, how's the Discord going? You been on that crap?
They've
been talking about anything?
If you want to look behind this curtain as well,
give it to me, Devin.
Haven't been on the Discord much lately.
Oh no! What happened, Devin?
Taking a little break from the Discord life there.
Being engaged and all, changed this whole dynamic here.
For all I know, they could have had a revolution in there. I could have been overthrown. I'm really not sure at this point.
They're like, he's got a fiance. He can't be in charge of this Discord.
Right, exactly.
No way. He's not lonely enough.
I'm almost mad how much I laughed at that, but that was accurate. Okay.
So yeah, you don't know from the Discord what a season we're having.
No.
I mean, and it's only getting better
from this point on.
Just recently, talking to the season, Jess and I just got back from ISC, which is the Independent Supporters Council. As I say, it's a soccer nerd convention where we met with just about everybody in North America. So Canada, well, it's really just Canada, the U.S. So it's MLS, NWSL, USL, other sad leagues.
I was really hoping the Liga MX also showed up because that's a completely different party after that.
Well, yeah, LAFC was there.
The artist formerly known as Chivas.
Yeah, Chivas.
So where was it this year?
In Portland.
The dream of the 90s.
Where they invented soccer. Well, we'll have to get into that one day of how soccer was invented.
I thought Seattle invented soccer.
No, it's the Pacific Northwest, but it's really
just Cascadia.
Portland.
Does Vancouver also claim this denomination?
Without a doubt. They fight about it, but they all claim it. Well, not really Vancouver because Lewis and Clark couldn't get into Canada at the time.
Do you think they feel bad about being a part of the Cascadia Cup, but the part that no one cares about? And also Vancouver. And it's just oh, look at you, Whitecaps.
If Vancouver wins it, they're happy because it's the only thing they're ever going to win.
Oh, my God. Is Russell Tebert still on that squad? I think he's been there since their inception.
I have no idea. But if I lived in Vancouver, I want to care about sports.
Oh, my God. It's such the nicest city.
Yeah,
that should be we need to get a roadie. Next time the U goes out to Van City, we got to get out there.
Now, should you petition Adam Kahn right now for?
He doesn't do anything with scheduling.
Oh, okay. but charter flights and
he
already and everything.
Will
get that.
All types of brides.
Adam, understand that giveaway that y'all gave me 2 seasons ago. I want to cash that in with the LAFC game this year. Let's talk after the game. I'm just saying, look, you gave me one roadie. That seems like a really fun one.
It's funny because that actual trip is sponsored by Spirit Airlines. So that's
how you going. God, if only I could get a place with no legroom for 5 hours. Let's do it.
So no, we were at ISC. We met along with everybody, and I'll quote former President Bill Gussler: "We're not as good as we think we are, but we're not as crap either." So that's the good news for the members of the Sons of Bet. Actually, we went to a lot of seminars and we're like, God damn, some people got it bad. Some people got it rough. We're pretty proud of the product we're putting out right now. So we doing okay. Now, the third rail people, whereas insufferable, third rail is, Devin, the third rail people are from New York City and they support NYU FU.
Oh,
and
yeah.
as much as I personally get along with these gentlemen, they were so insufferable. I mean, they'd see and they would just grin. And I'm going, you should have an asterisk, not a star on New Jersey. So don't even get all cocky and shit.
No,
don't even.
Here's the thing. And I have friends in basically every supporters group in the area.
Humble brag.
The New York City Football Club people. So I don't have any dog in this fight to be double middle fingers on that front, but whatever. It's look, man, if you want, we all know what happened, and if the union won that somehow and then also won MLS Cup with those circumstances, we would literally be stunting on all of North America ourselves with the MLS Cup. So I understand how that happens. At the same time, have a little humility, kids, because it was you weren't better than us. You got lucky. I'm going to hold that down You got lucky because here's the thing. It took you an 86th minute goal against a literal bunch of teenagers and then a 47-year-old center back to beat us. So I hold this as a look, accept your trophy. I'm gonna applaud. You get your honor guard, you get your flowers at the same time. Like, come on, man. Come on.
What I feel bad for is the MLS Cup.
Yeah.
Has no home. Because New York City FC has no home.
No, it's in.
Like, where does
it's
it
going to
go?
be in Los Angeles soon,
Where does
right?
It's going to be in Los Angeles for when they play.
That's the
Chivas
funniest
or
thing.
no, they won't play Chivas. They'll play. I don't even know who they play.
That's still the funniest thing in the universe to me.
I-
Is like we could not. Now, here's the thing: if you're New York and you're obviously playing a team that's probably from Mexico, do you want this game to be in Los Angeles? Because I feel like you've just given yourself the ultimate disadvantage.
No matter where they were going to get taken over anyhow. So it didn't matter. It really didn't matter.
They should have gone to
It was
Kansas
funny
City
because they would, and I actually feel bad for the supporters group because they know they're homeless and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I do feel bad for their supporters. Their supporters that have been there since day one, even though why weren't you Red Bull fans? But anyway, like if you're supporters since day one and you're still actively wondering where your club is going to play week to week, that's some bullshit. And I mean, look, we know that this is a practice that we allowed to happen because of, cash rules, everything around us and Citigroup and the Yankees and all that fun stuff. But
oil money, like Jim said.
God,
Jim, oil money.
That's when I knew Jim was listening to the pod because he just said, "I'm gonna cut out the middleman and just do the Jim Quote Unquote of the week for
He
you."
took my only segment away from me.
Yeah,
Damn it, Jim.
Like, that's like my bread and butter is gone. He's
You know why?
he dropped the fourth wall.
Doug texted him. That's why. He said, take that shit away from him.
Drop.
Now, speaking of, you were saying about the New York City fans, you feel bad. They don't know where they're going to be, where they're going to be playing. So let's transition this to you, Adam. Will you be at South by Southwest? This is the esports moment.
Oh man, we actually look at Matt actually leaning into the esports now of all times.
Get on the bandwagon while you can, man.
I believe in my guy Serge. He had a bit of a rough stretch in series 1 and 2. Kids getting his sea legs in a competition of this caliber. But you got last chance qualifiers. I think he's mentally getting himself prepared. He's playing, division rivals as we speak, and I would like to go to. I'd like to go to Austin. I think that'd be super cool. I haven't been to Texas since I was probably like 4 or 5 years old, so that'd be cool. I want some barbecue.
Well, I'm gonna pretend I'm breaking news, but this isn't really news because it's not factual yet. But we are trying to get both Adam Booth and Serge to help kick hunger. We're gonna have the PlayStation 5s out there, and you will get to play a pro or Adam. And if you win, so I think we're gonna try to do like I don't know, you put $3 in the can, kind of thing. Not Adam can, a regular can,
regular can,
yeah.
Yes.
Put $3 in, you get to play a 3-minute game against Adam or Serge, and if you win, you will get a prize. We're working out the details, but we have to see if Serge is actually going to come down for this.
Look,
hey, practice, Serge, practice.
A man of his caliber cannot be wasting his time on such lowly. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, maybe he could. Yeah,
I think he'll be able to come out. I'll definitely be there.
It would have helped JHI.
It would if it might have helped JHI for sure. And look, I will tell you that 2 PlayStation 5s will definitely be walking into that competition. 1 will be walking out, and we will see what happens after that.
No lie, I had to promise Cam that we were going to put this in a spot far away from doors.
No.
That if people were going to steal it, that they were going to have to really work their ass off to steal
Devin's the bouncer. What do you mean? We're just going to have Mr. Garcia.
I'd rather have Jess be the bouncer.
Look, I want people to walk up to Devin and he'd be like, hold up. Hold on. Where you go?
Adam, do I come across as that kind of guy?
Look, man, when you're out there with the tailgates, you're ready to throw bows like a Ludacris concert. I see you out there, man.
You're
so
right.
I'm just like, he's like, hold on. Yeah, what you doing? What you trying to do?
What's that in your pants? You happy to see me? Or is that a PlayStation 5? Huh?
That took a turn. I wasn't going down that route with it, but okay.
You might want to go see the doctor.
He's smuggling the custom control.
Is that a dual shock? Or are you just happy to see me?
So yeah, help kick hunger. Get your tickets where tickets are available when we announce it, which will be in a couple of days because we're not on top of it because I'm busy. But anyhow, so all right, let's get to the Union news. The Union,
We have news.
Oh, they announced the signing
Did they?
Anton,
God, we've been gone that long.
Anton
Yeah.
Sorensen,
Oh, Jesus.
huge signing.
That, you know
19
what?
years old.
That's it, right? That's
Yeah, it was.
that's all
I
the
think
signings?
it's one of
That's
the
it.
biggest ones.
That's it. Wrap it up. Pack it up.
pack
We
it up.
are ready
First
for
off-
next season.
Well, you know, no, we gotta give the analysis of it, man. You know, I saw him make the 18 for our game against NYUFU, and man, look, kid looks like he's ready for the big time. That was a huge signing, good for the club, and that was all we really needed.
The one guy that we trust is high on this kid, so that's all I need to hear.
Look, that was the
Right,
only person I wanted. Everything
Yeah.
else after that was gravy.
So now, Devin, this is where you use your editing magic, and you're gonna splice in a little song about somebody else we might have signed.
Oh my god, can we use that? Is it copywritten? It's
What's
a child, I guess. No, technically it's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. They're not
Well,
going to sue us. It's not an
What's
actual
the child?
song.
Or it's we can play the child one, or we can play
The
the
child.
one with the actual fans doing it. Now, Adam, have you been practicing this?
No, but I should, and I will.
You really should. So yeah.
Look, I want
Mikel
the union to sign a
Llora.
Johnson. Can I get a Jeff? Can we just sign a Jeff? You know, can we just get some Williams? You know,
what?
something nice.
You had a Brian Carroll, and you didn't
I
make magic
did
with
have a
it,
Brian
so-
Carroll. Then you gave me a Shabilko.
Well, he's gone.
I mean, that's true.
He gone.
But
now.
there was a Shabilko. I got a Flock. I got you. How about you? Don't have to. The CH is doing the heavy lifting in that
What?
word. Let
What,
me
like
tell
a,
you.
like a Glesnes just doesn't roll off your tongue.
Glesnes. I mean, Elliott's fine. Mbizo took a minute though.
Yeah. It's the first time the Union have 3 DPs on their roster. And I hear some of our friends in ownership are out there maxing their credit cards. They're like, "Can we put this on 6 other credit cards, please?" You know.
Oh man, they're mortgaging their brownstones as we speak.
Oh man, but no, I mean, have you ever seen a more exciting offseason?
Look, this is big, you know, and it's interesting because in the past, sometimes the Union would sign one dude of merit or 2, 3 dudes the lower divisions or something, but
Or one broken down a do?
oh man, I miss Mo. All right, he was good.
Well, he's on
good
CBS
people.
in his tight suits. You're fine.
Look,
or Fox.
By
He's
the
on Fox.
way, can we talk about how former Philadelphia Union players just absolutely dominate the broadcasting world right now? It's just, here's Charlie Davies, here's Nguchi on. They got Maurice Adu everywhere. I'm just Alejandro Moreno is still just
don't forget
their
about
default setting at ESPN.
Margarita Mike is holding
All right.
it down in
Here's-
Austin.
Here's
What?
a good contest for you guys. Who is your one player on the Union
Yes,
to be the best broadcaster of the active players right now?
active players now. Wow, is it English speaking?
Let's open it up to everybody.
Okay, Jose Martinez.
Yeah.
I think Jose
the
Martinez as a
passion.
broadcaster would be amazeballs. I'm talking about Roy Hudson of Venezuela levels of just character and flow.
If we're going that way, I'm going Sergio Santos.
Serge actually might be. But English speaking wise, let's see.
Stuart Finley, because I can't understand a word he says.
I
It's
think he
great.
would bring a nice sophistication to it.
Could you
I
imagine
think he would.
Stuart Finley and Seba on the same broadcast and just watching closed
Subtitles.
captioning blow
Subtitles.
up?
That's closed captioning.
That would be a dream.
That's every
that
time
should
I
be-
watch Dunk Dynasty in college. Subtitles the whole
That should
time.
be
Yeah.
U2's broadcast partner. Those
Oh
two.
man,
People would just tune in for that.
no.
That would be
let's
the best.
see.
That'd be like Mystery Science Theater.
I don't think it's Bedoya. I think he might. I don't think that's his cup of
Allie's a
tea.
little dry.
He's a
yeah.
little dry. Wow. This is a good game you made. Quinn
Glesnes?
Sullivan.
Quinn Sullivan.
Quinn Sullivan. I think
That's the
his
one.
hair. He got good hair. You know, he's got a. I think he's a handsome gentleman. I think he can knock that out. I think he'd be good at.
episode of Euphoria in here. What the hell's
Oh
going on?
God, no! When we do have the Euphoria episode, I'm going to be very excited because I have
I'm not.
so many. First off, I have so many crop tops I want to wear to that episode.
Um,
That's going to be the sole reason why we bring in
no,
the cameras that we're gonna need from the drop tops. Like,
no euphoria because there's too many dongs in that show. Nope, not gonna
look,
happen.
I'm
Nope.
telling you, I can get some eyeshadow, a little glitter. I can be anything you want me to be here, Matthew.
And there's no way I can transition to that. We are also close to a deal for a highly rated 17-year-old Venezuelan after that. So
No, there's
don't
none.
wanna-
But congratulations, you give it the good old college try.
But yeah, so Casper did go to Chicago. And here's my question. Casper goes to Chicago. CJ goes to Chicago. Is Ernst Tanner the best scout for the Chicago Fire?
No, he's the best scout for FC Cincinnati. Yes, that's actually.
Cincinnati too.
Yes,
But yeah,
yes.
so far, the Midwest between Cincinnati and Chicago is just getting everything that we're like, yeah. And we'll
Like-
get into Colorado too, how they take some of our stuff, and we can get
Like
we're gonna get
classic
into that.
Midwest expansion, they took everything from Philadelphia and moved it west.
Yeah, they might as well just change their logo to a covered wagon, just with our shit in the back of their covered wagon while they're moving out west.
They can have it be drawn by Fang.
Jeff Mitchell's on that right now.
Oh my God, it's already in painting. It's already in painting. Yes.
Now, speaking of a future Cincinnati FC coach, the Union just hired him. Ryan Richter from LaSalle is now an assistant coach of the Union and in the pre-training camp for Chris Albright's Cincinnati FC.
Look, I am happy that the Philadelphia Union have two options. We either send you to Europe or we send you to Ohio. You have two options in the pipeline for this club.
How bad is your life if you don't get to go to Europe, but you get to go to Cincinnati?
Look, man, apparently Ray Gaz was super excited. Other than the rest of them, I don't know. But, like, look, you got Harris Medunjagin's there. I'm not
Say
sure
that
where
name
the
again.
hell
Harris what?
Medunjagin. Anyway, like, it's Harris is there. I'm not sure if Corbin Bone is still there, but maybe. The artist formerly known as Antoine Hopino, I think, had to stop there one time. Like, you're just.
There was somebody else too, the blonde hair kid, right?
Oh yeah, McLaughlin. Oh my God, the second homegrown we ever had, I think, behind Pfeffer was McLaughlin. And
Now-
it was just like, yeah.
Now, honestly, if Cincinnati isn't sponsored by Paul Mitchell Hair Products, I don't know who should be. With Chris Albright being out there,
The hair is
they're-
strong.
The hair game
The
in Cincinnati
hair
is
is
strong.
strong in Cincinnati.
Their
Look,
soccer, not so much, but the hair game
look,
is
here's
strong.
the thing. All they need to do is have Joe Burrow show up to one game, and now it's going to just electrify everything out there. By the way, not to digress, he's the coolest person in the
Oh,
NFL.
fuck yeah.
Fight me.
Oh my god.
Joe Burrow is swag personified. Like, just I want to smoke a cigar now. Like, I'm not a cigar guy. He makes me want to smoke a cigar after something triumphant.
It's funny you say that because can anybody from like outside of Columbus, Ohio, be that cool?
No, but
Where
yes,
did he learn that?
LeBron,
Like, yeah.
LeBron just dropped his tequila today.
LeBron's kind of corny.
He is a little bit of a
Taco
dork.
Tuesday.
I
Yeah, it's a
love
little-
him, but he is
Yeah.
a gentle dork. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, he's the scariest dork I've ever seen. I went across him in an alley, but he is a little bit of a dork.
Yeah, so I don't know. LeBron, a little dorky. Now, all right.
I just need to get a Joe Burrow comment, and I apologize.
Last bit of Union news. The boys, they're heading to Clearwater.
A little spring training. I'm here for
Spring
this.
training, which have they taken off yet? Because they've been on the tarmac for 18 hours straight so far. Yeah,
This
that's
is.
inside breaking news that the guys are still on the tarmac.
Wait, what? Is that real?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my! Why? What is it? We just can't get any. Is it wind?
Flat tire.
No.
No, we don't know anything. But no,
Fine,
the guys are
Edit it
According-
out, then, Devin.
according to
I've ruined the take anyway. We're gonna keep it moving. right. Go to commercial. Go to commercial.
this commercial is brought to you by Philadelphia2026.com.
Chuck, sell it for us. All right, we're good.
So anyhow, the boys are going, and you can live stream. Is that tomorrow? The live stream is that as early as they play? I think
Are we also playing?
the third. They play on the third, so we're on the first. So
against.
by the time
Cincinnati.
this pod is out, you'll be watching the live stream.
By the time this pod is out, you probably have missed the game. Like, let's be real.
First week of the season.
Like,
Hey guys.
right. Welcome to February 28th. We've missed you.
What did that groundhog do?
Right, exactly. You son of a.
But all right, MLS news.
Hold on, wait.
Oh, what?
You
What?
missed the most important part of Union news.
Black
this
History
week.
Month.
Brentford.
Oh yeah.
Brentford looking at Kai Wagner.
Look at that.
All right. All right.
Look, Devin is having the time of his
You're
life.
right. Where
After-
was that? I thought I had that
Man.
written down.
Nope,
Oh.
Don't see
I know.
it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
No.
Well, you're right. So
No,
Brentford,
this is called good producing right here.
Brentford looked.
It's also probably just Kai's agent just being a little,
and-
being a little shifty. But
I
you
like
know,
his
I'll
agent
take
though.
it. I'll
I
take
like
all
his
of it.
agent
I don't know
because
if you
he's
know
just
this,
like he's
but-
going everywhere.
European signing is gone now, so that ain't gonna happen
Ah,
yet, my friend.
all
Not
right.
Summer
gonna
windows,
happen.
man. Summer windows.
Yeah,
Right.
summer window, maybe. So now the only thing is, we're talking about, dates. Save the date, May 1st, Nashville. Philly Sports Trips and the Sons of Ben are bringing the Nashville trip, but the only conflict is, Adam, it's the same day as the Broad Street Run. Are you going to Nashville? Are you going to Broad Street?
That's actually
That's the
kind of
debate in our household right now.
That's actually kind of rude because
It's
I
tough.
haven't been able to do Broad Street since the panoramic.
Yeah.
So this is a little annoying.
I might try to do not only just the Philly Sports Trips, but maybe we'll do a viewing party at the end of Broad Street to watch the game.
Here's the thing, though. If my request is granted to go to Los Angeles because of COVID regulations, I might just, let y'all go to Nashville. and
Because you have to
I'll
save
represent.
money for the free trip you're going to LA.
No, it's back-to-back weekends, so I don't want to, make sure my girlfriend doesn't completely hate me.
Yeah. Well, can't you bring her?
No, she's definitely coming to Los Angeles. You think I could do that?
Oh,
without
no.
bringing-
Me and Devin are going to Los Angeles with you. I thought maybe you'd
Yeah,
bring her to
hang on.
Nashville.
No, sweetie, you guys got other ways to get there. That has nothing to do with me.
That ain't right. All right. Speaking about right, we have got the alumni updates. So we've got Brendan Aronson,
Yes,
Mark McKenzie,
he just lost to Canada.
Jack.
Yes,
Now we've got Ant.
yes.
Can we say Trusty the Process too?
Well, technically, he's been because now he's abroad. So yes.
And we're going to get cashola for it. So, I mean, we've
He's
got
from
a lot
America.
of-
He's from everyone's hometown media. So yes, he counts.
Yeah. So Delco kid. So yeah. The quote is Leeds United remain in talks to sign Red Bull Salzburg's Brendan Aronson, and he's keen on the move.
That's your British accent.
No, that's
It's a
just a
rough
bullshit
one.
I
accent.
want
That is-
Danny
No, I
Higginbottom
can-
to just
yeah,
come
I
in
can
here
do
and
it better.
drop kick you after
I
that.
can do it. Listen, that's my Paul Howard act.
Paul Howard is even
Yeah, that's
more
my-
upset.
That's my Paul Howard. Hey, mate.
Oh,
That's
gee.
more Australian.
What?
But
We've insulted everyone in the union front
without a
office in
doubt.
2 sentences.
Hang
that's
on, we're
the
at
only
the
reason.
stadium. Danny's upstairs in a sleeping bag, right?
Right,
Just
exactly.
grab him.
It's the only reason they listen to hear their names and get insulted. It's like a Don Rickles. Don Rickles was a comedian, Devin, back in there.
Damn, you might have to even give me that one.
So no, apparently Brendan's looking at Leeds is looking at Brendan. Brendan's interested. Looks like the summer. Here's the question, and this goes in the road trips. Do we do a SOB road trip to the center of England in August, September?
Can you call it a road trip if you have to actively fly across an ocean?
Yeah, didn't you just petition for a road trip to go across
No,
the United States?
you could fly to LA. I could take the Madden bus to LA if I wanted to.
Oh, are you going to?
No.
Okay, well, then,
But there's that option. I've dreamed of doing a cross country drive, but there's 2 of them that you have to do. And I'm always confused about which one I really want to do because I know I only want to do it once. Do I do the New York to San Francisco one, which is basically just I-80 the whole time? Or do I do like the bottom to get Route 66?
why don't you do both?
No, that's a lot.
Because I did that in 8th grade, dude. What
But
are you talking about?
I mean, that's when, but back when you were in school, that's the trip people did.
You're not,
You
you're not
know?
the one doing the driving.
Yeah,
It's-
right. You were in a bus of some sort, I assumed. Like, I don't assume.
Grandpop's RV. But
Was
don't
it like
worry.
a cruise? Did you just get off at random cities and like hang out? Like, how do you do that exactly? Like, do y'all just be like, all right, we're in Topeka. Everyone have a good day. Look at that cheese and shit.
Grandpa and Grandma had the RV and took me and cousin Richie. That's
I
all.
swear I thought you said that was a class trip. Like you were
no.
in 8th grade. I swore his school took him on a cross country
Yeah,
trip.
yeah.
And I was just I had several questions.
I did not go to your
Things
school.
were
We
different
did
back
not.
then.
We did not. We could not afford that. my
Our
friend.
school took us to Canada a couple of times via bus, which is really shitty. I got to be real with you. Driving to Quebec City from Philadelphia is long as hell.
Well, I guess I'm not going to mention anything about that Montreal trip we're planning on the bus because Adam just blew that one.
No,
months
I
ago.
didn't. I wasn't allowed to drink on that one in high school. This one will be much more fun.
So, now here's the quote. We did mention it. Our boy Trusty the Process is going to go to Arsenal in the summer.
Dope. I can't wait for him to play for Exeter City, I assume. Whatever,
Now-
Wrexham.
I know he had a good year, and I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Is this on merit or is this just Stan Kroenke laundering money between leagues? Is he literally just trying to get Arsenal to pay Colorado so he can pay his electric bills out in Colorado? And is this going to be Real Salt Lake's motto with freaking Blitzer owning that and every other team in Europe?
Look,
is this like going to be Ozarks?
Well, look, as a person who is gently contracted out to the big conglomerate known as MLS, I have no comment. At the same time, probably. And the thing about it is what's fun about it is you look at Real Salt Lake and you have Blitzer and Ruben out there, and they're like, we're going to bring back the NWSL team and all this fun stuff. And I'm just like, so the first time one of these players is sold to Crystal Palace, we just know the gig is up, right? Like, we just know. We're just all the up and ups with that, right?
Or
Like,
his
we just get it.
Bundesliga
Like, we just
team,
get it,
or-
right?
yeah.
Because it's just like that. And that's not new. Like, that's very common these days. Like, we look, half of Red Bull knows that they're just going to be shuffled up the line. Like, Caden Clark knew what his next step was before he even got signed to the first Red Bull.
You got two options: Crystal Salt Lake or Salt Lake Palace.
Salt Lake Palace sounds better.
Salt Lake Palace.
Yeah.
Real Cristal.
Real Cristal. I like
Real
that.
Cristal.
I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like your brand of tequila.
That it might be. Don't give away the whole plot, my guy.
Yeah.
Come on now.
All right, let's get to some good and bad news about your U.S. men's national team.
Ooh, can I do the bad one? I like doing the bad one.
Yeah, well, the good one is 4 of the homegrowns were named to the U20s. Sullivan,
Awesome.
McGlynn, Aronson, and Craig. So that's pretty impressive there that those kids got on there. I want to say the good news, Adam, would be the senior team. Being Mark, they were playing El Salvador in the freezing cold.
Hold on, Matthew. We have
Yeah.
breaking news from our real producer today,
Wow.
Adam Can, is helping us with some information. Apparently, Quinn Sullivan scored today for them U20s.
Oh shit!
Was a bicycle? Bicycle.
Bicycle. I would very hope so. I was a volley.
Whoa.
It was on a volley. Look,
My
man.
God.
Unconfirmed
Yeah.
reports. It's just
Sources.
Look,
Sources are telling us.
Yo, look, as the most reputable union podcast after probably 6 others, I believe that, they'll take us very seriously on us breaking news 4 days early.
In other news, Chris Albright just called his cousin. Hey, what are you doing next year?
So the Sullies, right? What's going on? When I see Chris Albright in time, I'm just going to be like, so Gaddis, right? That's the one. Like, everything else was cool, but...
Listen, in Ray's defense, he does live in Indianapolis, so Cincinnati isn't up.
So play for Indy 11, my guy.
I think Ray still listen. Ray's a charitable guy. He probably needs the money.
No,
Here's
here's the
money
thing.
to charity. He needs the money.
No, here's the thing. Ray's still good enough to play in MLS, and that's the point.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that he even realized too. Look, Michael Jordan eventually played for the Wizards. It happens to the best of us, but yeah.
So I went to the good that we got the U20s playing, 4 of our guys, and then the senior team did have a boring 1-0 win against El Salvador. So let's just let you go on Sunday the 30th. And go, Adam.
Okay, so let me tell you something that's real about this. Canada is good. Canada's actually good. I know we've never felt the Canadian men ever being good at soccer, but for the first time in probably club history, they're actually good at soccer. They deserve to be top of the Hex. They have great talent. This golden age of Canadian soccer. We saw it coming.
We're in the golden age of Canadian soccer.
Here's the thing. The golden age of male Canadian soccer, because the women's team has been great for a while. But it was an inevitability that this Canada team was going to catch up. And this is something that if we want to go down into the deep darkness of why this is the truth, one of the best countries for immigration at the moment was Canada. So after many different demographics have come into the Canada, Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal in the past 40 to 50 years and have created cities where kids are now growing up in Ontario that have created athletic factories. Brampton, Hampton, Hamilton, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg. These places are growing.
What about Flim Flom?
Moose Jaw. But these guys are creating high levels of talent. So we saw Tajan Buchanan piss us off as much as humanly possible. We saw Alphonso Davies now become probably one of the best left backs on the planet earth, let alone in Europe. And it all stems from Canada. Jonathan David, all of these guys.
Don't forget
are
Michael
legit.
Bradley, because he looks Canadian.
Look, honestly, can we trade him? He can be Canadian now. I don't really need him to still be an American. We can just make him Canadian.
Caillou looking mother.
Look, and the point of the matter is this. I don't blame the United States so much for losing that game because it was off of mistakes. All right. Now, was it to say that the Canadians completely outplayed the United States? I don't think they did. We gave them a couple silver platters. The second goal is a classic. We're shooting our wad to try to tie the game, so we obviously lose on the back
According
end.
to Greg Sirianni, we dominated that game.
I don't think we dominated. I think it was like, look, I think there was a lot of back and forth. I think to the end of it.
You like that Greg Sirianni
That was
reference,
good.
didn't you? You
I like that
yeah.
reference.
I think towards the back end of it, it looked like the United States was close to getting a goal. But again, give your hats off to Canada. Their crowd was fantastic. They put the game in an open-aired stadium in the middle of July. It was basically just a January. It was a Dos Acero attempt of a Canadian caliber.
Dos Acero A?
And look, and this is not to diminish any of their accomplishment here, but this is probably one of the biggest wins of Canadian men's soccer history at this point, right?
Well, listen.
Yeah.
This is not my thoughts. This is from the Best Soccer Show from Jason
Never
Davis.
heard of them. Oh, was he
I've
on
heard
the
good
pod?
things.
He was
on
friend
the
of the
pod.
pod, friend of the
FOB.
pod, friend of the pod.
FOB.
No,
FOB of the SOB.
we are to
Get the
to
merch.
Canada what Mexico was to us 15 to 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Canada knows they did not play good. Canada knows that we are the better team, but they squeak out a win. They get to celebrate, but in their back of the mind, they know. We're still on top. It's fine.
I think they're like, hey, as long as Greg is still there, we got your number.
No, it's just like they look. Canada's allowed to stunt on you right now because at the same time, Mexico could still say we're still better than the Americans if you want to go that route with it. Like, yeah, you won a gold cup against us now, but ultimately, like, let's compare our cabinets if we really want to have that conversation. So look, I love Canada. I'm a big fan of that country. They have a lot of skeletons in their governmental closets, but the citizens have been super nice to me. I believe that they are going to go to this World Cup and they're going to turn a lot of heads. And that's good for North America. We keep sending a Panama or a Costa Rica or a Honduras, one of these, and God bless those little nations, but they never, once they get to the World Cup, it's always them getting smacked around by a Switzerland or something. Canada and the United States and Mexico all going to the World Cup and showing off is good for CONCACAF as a whole.
CONCACAF could not be happier right now with the way things are playing.
This is because here's the thing: your third probably biggest, sexiest team is Jamaica. If you're not sending the Canadians, is like if you're trying to optimize your cash flow as well as like jersey sales as well as interest, and you want especially ahead of the joint bid that you're going to have in 2026, because now Canada doesn't look like they're getting in just on principle. They look
By
like
being
they
a host, right?
belong.
They earned to get it. Yeah.
This isn't South Africa in 2010 when it was obvious
Or
they
the
were
U.S. in
outmatched.
1994.
Exactly. Canada has put themselves on the map. They deserve to be at the top of the hex right now. And the United States needed another game like this to wake them up. But here's what my issue is. They have these all the time.
Yeah.
The United States wins a game, lays an egg. Wins a game, lays an egg. And it's always we have a cycle where we got 2 games at home and 1 game on the road. So we're just going to shit the one on the road and then win the 2 games at home and everyone still thinks we're great. You have to win away from the country occasionally, gentlemen.
I also need them to qualify without me sweating bullets.
That's impossible now, which is bizarre, but that's impossible now.
And it's with this squad. I'm like, and now again, they're off to balmy St.
Yeah, I mean,
St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yeah,
to play this against Honduras, and I'm sweating bullets about this crap.
And it's borderline like not player safe to have them in this temperature.
Exposed skin.
They might
is
stunt
subject
Brendan
to
Aaronson's growth.
Look,
because he's going to be playing in -2 degrees.
And listen, I get it. You want them to experience this now so that when the World Cup does come,
Cutter's going to be so cold.
when the World Cup,
They're going to crank up the air conditioning.
No. You want them to play now so that when Mexico does come at home, we can play them in those conditions and we can be used to it because we've already played there.
We're Americans. We don't have to get used to our own country.
Yes, which one of these players plays in Minnesota?
Okay.
And
all right, well,
No.
do you want to ignore all the half Germans who are from cold ass places that we have on this team anyway? Like, look, all I'm saying is the idea that you need to do both Columbus and St. Paul in a cycle is in January.
And by the way, we did lose to Canada in the cold, so it really didn't
That's
work.
what I'm saying.
it doesn't
So
help.
you already
It
did the
doesn't
cold.
help. It doesn't
If Columbus was supposed to prepare you for Hamilton, it didn't. Obviously, it didn't fucking prepare you. You're the ones not wearing track jackets to walk out to the game.
Devin just became Paulie from the first Rocky,
Oh my
where he brings you to a meat locker to try to train because the cold. Train in the fridge, Adam. Train in the
But he
fridge.
apparently thinks we're going to Siberia and Rocky IV to fight the game.
We're playing in a desert country that approves of slavery. We're not playing in the refrigerator.
We literally have every biome outside of a jungle that the planet Earth has to offer in our country. We don't have to pick the frozen tundras every single time. I get it. Dos Acero, Columbus happened that like 3 times. That's cool. We don't have to keep going to Ohio for this shit, people. I'm sorry. There's put them in Vegas. Put them Los Angeles is a little busy right now, but put them in the other state. Put them in Put him in Pasadena.
Play him in Miami because Beckham needs the ticket revenue.
No, you
Get his ass out of jail.
we'll put them in Hard Rock just to piss them off. But that's what I'm saying. You don't have this is stupid. You have to qualify, right? This is not the U.S. teams of yore that was we're just gonna look. I got my girlfriend right now as an Italian fan. The Italian national team is playing their one match against North Macedonia, which is going to get them in the playoff against Portugal to see who makes the World Cup, because that's where they're at now. If they lose one match, they're not even making the World Cup, and they're the European champions. The irony of that is so good. So you know what they're doing? They're sending the Italian national team to Palermo. You know why? Because there's not that much pressure in the tropical island of Sicily. Well, instead of Rome, they literally said it would be too much stress on them to play in Rome, so they're going to Palermo to play this match. The United States says, let's kick our own self in the balls and go play in an open-air stadium in Minnesota.
Well, and it's also Greg wanted to go home. That's why. See, there's more Greg hatred here right now because Greg had to go home because Columbus is famous for nothing.
You have a beautiful country that has stadiums everywhere. Send these people to Phoenix. Let them feel comfortable. We have to qualify. We have to win these games. We don't it's not like we're already sitting
I think
pretty.
what it is, I think they're trying to build it so that we get a better advantage against teams that are better than us. And we can play them in these conditions.
Well, we're not going to play them if we don't qualify.
The conditions will be the desert, though. The conditions will be Phoenix.
Will they?
If we go to Qatar, the conditions are Phoenix, Arizona in December all the time.
If you're an underdog and you want to beat a team that is exceptionally better than you, you have to make them uncomfortable.
No one in CONCACAF is exceptionally better than you. Canada might be better than you gently, but no one is exceptionally better than you. You've already proven you're on par, if not better than the Mexicans. You're better than El Salvador. You're better than Costa Rica. You're better than Jamaica. So who?
Will you be better than Mexico in 5 years?
You would like to hope if the trajectory, here's the thing. Yes,
you would hope.
U.S. soccer, because here's the thing: the trajectory of U.S. soccer and our club alone will be one of the catalysts for why that happens. If the United States continues to build youth academies at the level of FC Dallas and the Philadelphia Union and New York Red Bull, then yes, we will be the dominant force in CONCACAF. It makes sense.
Yeah, and just. Devin, if they were doing this, instead of trying to qualify for the World Cup, if they were trying to do this as a training exercise, then go to Colorado and train in the altitude.
The Olympic Committee does at Colorado Springs. There's a purpose for that.
Listen, in my opinion, I'm out with Greg. Come on, Ernie, get rid of Greg. Don't be taking Jim yet, but Jim next.
Oh wait, did we even talk about the other strikers that we signed? I think we just
mentioned, but then shit. We glazed over it.
We didn't talk about the kid from Miami, though. We only talked about
No, we talked about that in other previous pods.
Oh, that's true, didn't we?
Yeah.
We only had one pod where he was signed, but I think it was like literally the day.
Well,
after he got
okay,
signed.
behind the curtain, guys. We'll
Yeah.
do this. Because we did say he's not a joke. He was a $6 million.
$6 million man. We did talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did. That jostled my
See?
memory.
Way to listen to
Yeah,
your
we
own
did talk
pod.
about it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we signed a midfielder, right? The dude for like U2. Didn't they get a dude? Reports from
U2's getting some dudes, but
U2's getting a couple dudes.
It's all coming in, and we're getting this side eye of don't talk about that yet. It's not sealed.
No,
Not
I'm not
signed.
Can't,
not
it's
done.
on. It's on the rumors, Can. We're like, I don't know what to tell you about that. I'm not saying it's signed, but I mean, come on now. Anyway, continuing with our days.
Well,
What are we going on here?
so now we are going to wrap this up gently, and for the next week, we're going to have a little MLS spring training preview, and we will get into the nitty gritty of the Premier League because Tottenham and Brentford are just making Devin cry. So we're just going to get into that, and I think that's about it, guys. You have anything else, Devin? Do we have anything else? Other housekeeping that before Adam goes into other past pods that we didn't do and we did do? You know, just want to make sure.
Fight.
Shout out to our co-producer here.
Adam-
Adam
great.
Can. Look at that. Yes,
Best co-producer
yes.
since the first co-producer.
Yes.
And so ladies and gentlemen, this was episode Big E, Eric Lindros. So don't drink and drive like him. Just have a moose head. And
Jesus.
yeah, we're just crushing everybody here.
We're just
I know, this
this
is
off
your childhood
why,
hero,
why don't you go
isn't
after
it?
Peter Vermees one good more time while we're
well,
here?
we play Kansas City. We will. So
Yeah, that's
everybody, episode number 88. Aloha Felicia.
Wash your hands still, please. Thank you.